This is another problem here. What would be the easiest way to solve this one? Anyone? We have 7x plus 5y is equal to minus 7. 5x plus 2y is equal to minus 5. But we're going to use the addition or elimination method. What do we have to do? How would I make the coefficient of x or y opposite of each other? Anyone?
Multiply the top one by, never mind.
Multiply the top row by, let's make the coefficient of y opposite of each other. Let's do that. If I want to do that, what do we get? How do I make the coefficient of y opposite of each other?
-1.
Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. The coefficient of y. Okay, this is where the coefficient of y for the first one is 5, right? Let's get a pointer here. The coefficient of y, the first one is 5. The coefficient of y for the second one is 2. How could I make these two opposites of each other? Can somebody give me an idea here? Multiply the top row by something and bottom row by something so that we opposite. What are those numbers, do you think?
Can you multiply the 5 by -2 and the 2 by 5?
Very good, very good. Exactly, that's what we're going to do. We're gonna do this. We can multiply the top row by -2 and bottom row by 5. That would cause the coefficient of coefficient of y for the first row becomes -10, and then coefficient of second row would become +10. Everybody see that? If I were going to make the coefficient of x opposite of each other, I have to multiply the top row by maybe 5 and bottom row by -7. So it becomes the same number. Does that make sense? Okay. So if I multiply the top row by -2 and bottom row by 5, then I would make the coefficient of y opposite of each other. So if I add them up, then -14 plus 25 would be 11. 14 minus 25 would be -11, so x would be equal to -1. If I plug that back in either of those equations, y would be equal to 0. So that's why B would be the correct answer here. Can I see a check mark in front of your name if you all can follow this one?